Nice and loud. That's not. Service of self and pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please join in prayer or meditation as I say, bless this food for our use and us to thy service. And if we may, I'd like to have a moment of silence for Mark Usry's cat in the hat box, which has disappeared. Thank you all.
Let's pray, Mark, that the cat in the hat box. Chip, we have a problem today. You do. We are in a very patriotic time of year. This is my country on page 19. This is my country, land of my birth. This is my country, grandest on earth. I pledge my allegiance and for this is my country to have and to hold. This is my country, land of my choice. This is my country, hear my proud voice. I pledge my allegiance, America of gold. For this is my country, to have and to hold. All right, we can all be seated now. All right, everyone. I'm the president today. I think most of you know Jim Rich is our vice president, and technically, when the president can't be here, he's supposed to be in charge of the meeting. But he's been shirking his duties for the last 3 weeks.
It's so much easier this way. I love delegating.
So he's been having some of the past presidents step in. For some of you new members, I was the president in Rotary year 23-24, so I was right before Katie Nunez and Katie's before Betty Bivens. I was also president about 15 years ago, so I've been president twice. We've had some members that have done that. Bill Payne, I think, has been president 3 times, so thank you, Bill.
Only because of COVID.
I like to say I'm always the president of last resort, because last time I got a phone call from Bill Murphy, who was the chairman of the nominating committee in January, and he said, Mark, we've asked everyone else we could possibly think of to be president. They've all said no, so we were wondering if you'd do it. I said, sure. That's how I became president the first time, too. So anyway, I'm glad to do it. Today's a club assembly. We used to call them business meetings. And so the agenda will do the happy dollars first, and then we'll have the Queen of Hearts, then we'll have announcements and go over the club business. So we'll start out with the happy dollars. I just told you I'm going to go first, but I just told you I was the president 23-24. That's the same year our club had our 100th birthday anniversary. We had a big celebration for that. So I think it went unnoticed this year, but on May 15th, our club had our 102nd birthday, so I'm happy. To the tune of 102 cents.
More.
102 dimes, that would be $10.20. 102 quarters, that would be $20.50. So I'm happy we had our 102nd anniversary in May. A lot of clubs haven't made it this long, and it's hard for a lot of clubs to recruit new members, but our club's been very successful. I think we have about 43 members now, which is pretty good. We've been gaining members, so hopefully we'll keep it up. Anyway, I'm happy. I'll get $25.
Whoa!
All right, now Cheryl, do you have some happy dollars?
I'm $10 happy because the last Friday that we did the greeting program at the elementary school, we had a little glitch. And Chuck was able to fill in, didn't have a book, got the book 5 minutes before the class started, got him a book from a big pile, just grabbed one, it was on building houses, and I thought, well, at least the boys will, I've been kind of rough little boys in this class. And I peek in the window, and he's getting ready to leave, and all these little girls are hanging on him and hanging on the wall. And so he did a great job, as did Diane Dawson, and I hope and encourage all of you next year when we start the program up again to take a Friday or two and read. It really is an enriching experience.
Thanks.
Can I have a show of hands? How many, and I'm happy for all the people who read. You read this season.
How much are you?
$10. And how many, yeah, that's a great showing. All right. Round of applause for all the people who read this season.
Bill?
I'm $10 happy. This Saturday, I depart for Boys State at Hampton City. There's going to be at least 500 boys there, so I know what city I'm going to be in charge of. It's going to be 45 boys, so I'm looking forward to it.
Chuck?
I'm happy $10. My daughter had knee surgery on Friday, and I talked to her Friday evening. Got to her pretty well. I got a call into her. She went to see the doctor yesterday to check up. So I have a nephew that had knee replacement surgery 3 weeks ago. I had knee replacement surgery. My parents had it. My grandparents had it. So there's sort of a pattern here on kind of testing. So we're a family of a bunch of fake knees.
All right, good. Dave?
Since we're talking about healthcare, I raised $10 for my wife, who was the first person in the family to be operated by a robot. So she had, they did it, was successful, everything turned out fine.
I'm happy. $10. John?
I've been here a while, so I'm gonna be happy for a couple of things. I'll be happy for Bill too. I'm in 1966. I was 3 years old. I attended Boys State, Mountaineer Boys State, as a matter of fact. And it is a really good thing. I mean, it's impacts people for years and years to come. And I'm especially happy today because I've greeted people who will not answer an email. Who won't tell me. Wait. And I had a chance to meet with the King and Queen later this week, but instead I met Jim Standard. He is very, very special. I mean, in the nicest sort of way. I didn't have to punch him, but I was thinking about it. $50 for all that. There we go.
Whoa!
Libby?
So today is my mom's birthday, and if she was still with me, she would be 92. So
Wow.
92.
92. $92.
$92.
I got some.
Watching a celebration building in the park. This Saturday, 12 to 3. Guy who make it secret. So you're all invited. I've worked for 65 years. I'm certainly well proud.
Get house business.
Tom, how many dollars do you have?
Yeah.
You have to spend? Anyone else have happy dollars?
Yeah.
How
I'm
many?
the treasurer, as the exiting treasurer, for two reasons. One, that everybody's paid their dues, of course, so the penalty that we started has really worked. And secondly, I'm happy that Ken Huckendubler is going to be, did I say that right? You said it right. Right. Is going to be taking over as treasurer at the end of the month. And then collecting dues is his problem.
You set a great precedent, thank you.
How many dollars was that?
$10.
Graham?
I'll get $20, but I've been gone for quite a while, so I'm back. I also had to replace some hair, to keep my hair.
Welcome back. Any other happy dollars, Bill?
I have two $5 happy dollars. First, I'm just delighted that we have on board a Rotarian like Cheryl McDowell, who hit the ground running. She has probably done. She has probably done more in the few months she's been on board than a lot of people I know here. We'll just leave it like that.
That's me again.
Yeah, like people like Stan, who, well, no, I shouldn't say that. Jim and Pete are here early, every meeting, so setting up all you see, it just doesn't happen. They are super workers, and I can't thank Jim and Pete as I wind down, because I can see the finish line. And the other $5 is, congratulations to one of my best friends. What's your name? Paul. Paul Strong. Paul is probably the most dedicated person to Rotary among other things that he does. And even though Paul is finished up, Ken, Paul will always think he's the treasurer. Let's hang out. I'll be keeping my eye on him.
Hopefully, on any other happy dollars? I think Cheryl McDowell's gotten happy dollars in her name. This is the 4th time in a month or something. So that's a record. So congratulations. No more happy dollars? All right. Let's do the Queen of Hearts. Who has a high card today?
Anyone beat at 6 of diamonds?
I got a 6 of diamonds.
Ace of hearts, ace of diamonds.
Ace of hearts.
Ace of diamonds?
What's higher, the ace of diamonds?
Well, you got two
Hearts.
Hearts. You got two of them.
Oh, what? Right there.
No, you got two ace of hearts. You got to have a draw.
Do they have holes in them?
Two ace of hearts.
Yeah. Who got the other one?
Willie.
I like that draw.
Oh, so this is it. Who won?
No.
No. have to drive a high car.
I've heard our news.
Who's drawing?
Will, who else won? I'm deferring to Willie. Mark, let our news.
Willie won.
All right.
And if you get the Queen of Hearts, you win $3.80.
Oh, sorry.
But you do now win the privilege of carrying it out. Oh, there you go. Always a winner here.
All right, now that we're finished with that, I did want to ask Willie to come up here, who's our newest member. Bill Strand's the sponsor. We have a pin for you, and if you don't wear it,
Willie?
as long as Paul Strong's a member, if you don't wear your pin, it'll
Hey,
be
Bill?
fine.
Who we have on? Nobody, right?
Nobody.
So I am pleased to officially make you a member today. Yes, sir. There's your pin, wear it with pride. Sir.
Congratulations, Willie, thanks. Thanks for joining the club. Yes, sir. And Bill, I'll let you go first with the announcement.
All right. This is my last time up here about Shell Theft Parking. So for those that have signed up, thank you very much. I'm also letting you know that I'm not doing this by myself. We always involve Susan Berger. So if you've already signed up, I've given your name, your email address to Susan Berger, and she's going to email you and tell you the date, the time, and where you're supposed to be. Now, where you're supposed to be, we didn't have enough people sign up, so we made the decision that there's not going to be anybody inside the parking lot directing cars. There's going to be somebody with the person that's taking the card or cash at the north entrance and the south entrance. Those are the only two places. They will have reflective vests. I would recommend, they'll tell you what time and where to show up. I will tell you again, the north entrance is right across the street. That's Nectar and Mason. It's right there at the hump. Okay, right there at the hump. Just where it was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago for Chamber Fest. The south entrance is down by the shanty. So then you're driving to the shanty, and when you get down there, you'll see it right before the parking lot. Right before the parking lot for the shanty. There's big Connex and there's dumpsters there, and it's right there. Okay? Now, supposedly, you come there and you're in your car, you can go in and you will park for free, right? So I have it here. I'm going to pass it around. There's only one spot left to fill, and that is Sunday from 3 to 5 at the south entrance. Well, you don't need to say what they've done is they've moved some people that have signed up over to the other things. So that's it. I'm not going to bother with that other. So that's where you go, either the north entrance or the south entrance. And Susan Berger will contact you. And you ought to. This is Rotary for us, and you're going to get credit for it. So if you have a Rotary shirt and Rotary hat, please wear it. If you don't, get it from Paul Strong. Any questions?
On the north end, where are we gonna park?
You're going to park in there. You go in there. Yeah, you're just telling them that you're here to work. Susan's supposed to be taking care of this, okay? So, they'll be along.
Is the entrance and the exit the same place?
Yeah, yes. Anything else? Thank you all again for those that signed up. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill. Any other announcements? Bill, Ken?
This is an announcement for all of you who went to the baseball game in April. That's 2 months ago. The school just sent the invoice, and that's what's held up getting the amount that you have to pay. So, that's in, and if you have the money, I'll collect it here. But I know where you all live, so, but try to pay me as soon as you can. Most of you owe about $36, except Libby, who she drove. Saved a lot of money. So thank you.
All right, thank you, Bill. John?
Let me just give a late, very late breaking report on the credit. In addition to King and Queen Santa who signed up, we now have 39 workers, so that's good. And we have a few more won't hurt. We have sold, we decided to hold some back, so we have 1 tray to sell, 1. But we do have 12 that people would rather sell them than buy. Okay, so if you want to sell a few more, don't feel led to cash them out. Just let me know. We'll keep track of that. But we're that close to selling out what we bought to sell. But we do have a dozen members who say, "You please sell mine for me if you can." So, all right. So Brady's selling. I know she'll sell some more. Payne has only sold this year 108 trays.
That's it?
Wow! I don't know what he does for a living. We used to run pretty close, but somewhere along the way, first of all, he stole a bunch of my things. I know that. And surprisingly, he works harder than me. But, I mean, he sold almost a third of the cupcakes and stuff. Thank you.
Wow. Thanks, John. So what time do you want people to show up, to make the crab cakes? Is it 9 o'clock?
It is not as involved what Katie wants. 9?
Yeah.
So there.
Stan and I are almost there at 8.
Yeah, I say 8:30. We'll have time to get ready and try to get set up.
Because we have to set up tables. Yeah. We started working at 9, but.
Right.
8:30.
All right, if you want to come early to set up, be there by 8:30.
And we'll just things happen every week, so I work earlier than usual, but we've got a lot to make. And please remind your customers not to show up before noon. Okay, because, the making goes fast, the packing goes pretty fast, but it always happens about 10:30, 11 o'clock, somebody shows up. I want my crab cakes. I've got a stick I'm reading this year, I'm going to get hit. Now I don't mind who they bought it from, I'm going to get hit. I don't know why it happens every year. We'll get 8 or 10 people, well, I know, but I got to go to the grocery store. 12 o'clock.
I think Katie said, tell people they can come between 12 and 1:30 to pick up the crab cakes, so.
Right.
We even have lunch and pizza from Froggy's, but they're closed now, so we'll have to figure out another place to get lunch.
Right. Okay.
Be on your best behavior because Katie Nunez is going to be running.
That's exactly. Commandant Nunez, person to be reckoned.
I got a text from Betty Bivens this morning. She's doing pretty good. She's stepping outside, fresh air, so she's making progress.
Good. Any other announcements? Mark?
The Impact Center is having a first Juneteenth celebration, I guess, in Cape Charles for some time. It starts at 1:30, it lasts until 6. There's a vendor section from 3 to 6. I think we sent notice that we would like to have a table there for Rotary. If anyone would like to volunteer, 1 hour shifts, 3 to 6, please. And we'll go from there.
Could we have a show of hands? Is there anyone who would be available Friday between 3 and 6? Well, we'd love to get, we could get 6 people, we'd all have 1 hour shift. But we'll divvy it up as is. Is there anyone who will be available Friday? Good, 1, 2. Willie, oh, excellent. And Mark is gonna kick it off. Okay, Paul, me, anyone else? Going once? Going twice? Okay. Thank you.
Any other announcements? I had a couple of things. We're having our regular meeting next Tuesday, 23rd, and we'll have a guest speaker. And then following Friday is when we make the crab cakes, that's the 30th. And then the following Tuesday, no, I'm sorry, I got the dates wrong, but anyway, the 30th is a Tuesday, so that's our installation dinner we have at the coach house, and if you have not RSVP'd, do so to Joan Natali. And the club will pay for the members, and if you bring a guest, I can't remember what the...
$49.
$48 for a guest. So make sure you RSVP to Joan, and I think the club has a policy that if you RSVP and you don't show up, they'll bill you.
You charge
you
them.
have to pay.
That's fair.
Right, you have to pay, so unless there's a death or a serious illness, you'll get billed for it if you don't show up. And our slate of officers will install them. Joan Natali will be the president, and Betty Bivens will stay on as the past president. And Libby's going to be our president-elect, and Bill Strand is staying on as secretary, and Ken Huggindubber is going to be our treasurer, and then Sabrina Brady will be our board member at large, and going to be next in line for president. She didn't know that.
Don't tell them, don't tell them.
And then I think Jim's staying on as vice president.
Yes.
He doesn't do anything anyway. Anyway, I think that's all the business we had.
I have just one little announcement. One of the interesting quirks about our balance sheet at the moment, if you look at our financial statements, we are in the very, very pleasant position of having available in the charitable account $25,000 waiting to be given away. Plus, in the coming year, it will be our turn to apply for the district grant that could bring another $16,000. So we're going to be looking, well, one of the options for using up this money would be to look for a $40,000 project, something that really could make an impact. And so I don't know what that might be. I'm confident we'll be looking for it in the coming year. So please keep that in mind as you talk to people and get a sense of what might be needed in the community. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Jim. Speaking of our charitable fund, Paul, did you have something?
Yes, I was just going to report that the Point of Harvest, we collected $53 today.
Go Pete.
With who?
Pete raised all that money.
Pete raised
And so Willie gets $13 as his portion. Willie gets for.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Willie. We have a couple more minutes. I was just going to give a very brief history of our crab cake making with the newer members. I joined the club in 1988, and around that time, someone donated one of these pop-up tent trailers to the club, and the board decided to convert that into sort of a food truck, and we were going to sell crab cake sandwiches at the 4th of July festival, and at that time, Cape Charles also had a fall festival, so twice a year we made crab cakes, and then we had a deep fryer and we'd sell them down at the beachfront, and we sold sodas, for 50 cents or $1 or something. It was a lot of fun, but as you can imagine, the 4th of July got pretty hot, and a lot of people sweated, and you got tired, so.
And the health department showed up.
I don't remember if John's wife still was president or not.
I think she was in this year with Scott Strong. They're the ones.
I don't recall if we got rained out or something, but someone got the bright idea that instead of selling, at the beachfront, just sell them directly to the consumer. So that's what we've been doing ever since, and we made a lot more money and don't have to sweat out in the sun with them. So that's our major fundraiser. We make a lot more money now on the crab cakes than we used to. So we appreciate everybody who helps out selling them and making them. That type of
Yeah,
thing.
in the old days too, they started out, you could buy 8 crab cakes or 2 crab cakes and 3, and you could buy them with crumbs or out milk crumbs, no egg. And I got involved, Cena left the club, and I got involved with the club, and I got involved with the packing department. And we get 6 crab cakes, they're all the same. I know one of you will try to sneak one by me this year saying, I don't want any crumbs on my shirt. Katie, no. Katie and I discussed it. If you are so gluten-free, that's going to kill you. It's time for you to die. I didn't know it was you when I started. And if you leave her laying there, it'll make some point. I believe that. You might want to volunteer to help you stone somebody else. Anyway, it's got, Paul and others, and now Katie, it's really gotten to be a machine. We used to make 300 or 400, 500, 600, 1,000, 1,500, now it's 2,000. We make 2,000 now, faster than we used to make it. We were making 500 or 600, because we know how to do it. A lot of people volunteer, and people have fun. It's good stuff. And we make, $15,000 a time, Paul, something like that?
Oh, more like that.
Okay. It's 20,000+ a year. It's a good fundraiser.
You guys left one thing out. We really moved ahead when we adopted the ice cream school.
Another innovation. I'm a West Virginia graduate. I'm trying to be an engineer. What is point us to see business major? But Bill Mercer, everybody knows, one of the most lovable guys there is. He's a tech director and engineer. And he looked at what we're doing. We have this old tray like you get to market where you have an open tray and wrap. We don't. This is before we had clamshells. They make those very recent. Bill says, "Well, why don't you take a automatic pot and put it on there and then wrap it?" It's like basically production like 100%, right now. So we ought to have a program for him too, because that's how we started making. When you had the wrapper loose, it was a pain in the butt. And they weren't always, and they got smashed and everything. So it's just a momentary product. A whole lot of people. Murphy gets the credit for putting a lid on it. Okay, so.
Yeah, we've gotten it down to a science now.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Anyone else have anything for the big Rotary? All right, it's time to end the meeting. Let's stand and say the 40th time. Nothing we think, say, or do is it true. Fair cause. We'll go with love, better friendships. We'll be better just for all.
Will we have fun?
Yeah.